Hello. That bush right there is going to get it. It's kind of fatter than the rest of the bit, so I'm having to carve away at it to get to that top bit. It's quite enjoyable. So, Friday morning, feeling good, feeling clear, feeling really clear. It's nice that there's not too much on now in life. Going to try and keep it that way. I have a real big push now till the end of November, and really till when I go to Lanzarote for a month in January. Like bird of prey. Yeah, to just go for it. I think some of the businesses like non-conformity campers, we started this thing with a kind of challenge to a van. I still want to do a van. It was just a way to push me to try and get the van sorted. And I've been planning it out, researching models, visited a van place, and just because I've made that goal, that business, I might not even finish the van within the year, but at least I will have shown that this is something that I want to do. And then it's just, if you only start to really master things when you start to teach them. That's why a lot of our things, we are encouraging you to just start putting yourself out there, because that encourages the learning. The teaching encourages the learning. So with the camper van, it could be that I build a camper van and then sell one a year, or make a profit of it and have access to the van. I could rent it out, and there's many good van services now where you can rent that out, so you can have the asset and use it and then rent that out and maybe sell it later, or just using it for yourself. You could move into the van, who knows. But with my future plans, I'm hoping that can turn into a nice a rental business on a really nice piece of land, so people can take the vans and stay on the land but go around, and the kind of farm, kind of retreat style. But yeah, I'm just trying to show you all the different business, the different ways there are to do business, and string that together in a nice, easy to understand format. The non-conformity blueprints, I'm really excited. I don't know, it's kind of intertwining with all of the businesses and the pricing models, and I've kind of got a feeling of how it's going, but it's obviously very complicated because it's going to bring everything together, let alone the 100 startups we're going to do now, and combine a lot of the business models and pricing models. And so yeah, it's unique because we're showing you by example like what you can do. I think what I'm going to do as well is use some of the businesses to test some of the tools that I've got on my list of things to look into, so that we can fully vouch for them, because a lot of these have affiliate programs and we'll be recommending, but we want to use them. And some of the businesses, I think, are going to need to use some of my coding contacts. I've kind of changed the indie page thing. I think primarily non-conformity company is about showing people how you can bootstrap your own online businesses, like really easy, using existing software, connecting them together. Most of the code's been written. There's services for absolutely everything these days, and just a lot of people are just connecting 2 or 3 of these things up and putting their own spin on it. Bang, that's a business. So it could be just educating people like we are doing about a lot of these tools. When you're in your own life, in your own head, you forget what you know, and it's hard to sometimes get into the mindset of everybody else. And there's always a need to keep learning, because the world is always changing. We've said this before, the half-life of knowledge, and how if you're not keeping up with the evolving world and all of the things in it, and you're going to be left behind. So think about that, because think about how many different things are evolving with technology and automations and AI and all of these services now that are now trusted. It was only, when the internet first came out, it took ages for people to trust even payments. Now your card is it's automate. It's in there. Paying for stuff is so easy because everything's saved. Got Apple Pay, Google Pay, EveryPay. And that's just been a slow evolution. But now with the internet and the services, especially the connectivity and the speeds and the apps and the phone, the accessibility is just so far ahead as it was even 5, even 10 years ago. And now with code and API and services like Zapier that have just come along and been like, hey, look, you don't even need to code, but we'll help you do all these amazing things. Like, not everybody knows about that, and I forget that. I've forgotten that, but doing this process, talking in these videos, has allowed me to realize that a lot of people, it's just not their world, but like, I want to show them that it can be, that it's, we're about no get rich quick schemes and no nonsense, like just building real businesses that you're into and that help other people. And there's no get rich quick scheme that's real, it takes time. But the thing is, with you building online businesses, me building these businesses, I'm building digital assets. So every day that I put time into them and growing, and they're getting indexed more, and I keep improving them, and then we'll get more followers and we'll get more traffic. That's a digital asset that will be worth more and more money as the time goes on and I put more energy and development into that. It's a lot of people look at wealth as obviously a house. If you buy a house, that is a physical asset that can go up and down in value. You can improve it and then you can sell it. Much the same with online businesses. You can build them up to make money. You can sell them as well. And it's just so easy now. It's so easy. So we're going to go with the 100, and we may fail, we may succeed. Going to try and get them done by the end of November. And yeah, I'm just going to build this outsourcing team and really ramp it up. I don't really feel like doing any work today. I'm going to cut the bush and see what happens. I don't like forcing work. I'm experimenting with working. I just don't like sitting down at a computer and go, I'm going to go and work now. Like yesterday, I got a lot done, but I would only go to the laptop. I had it set up in the kitchen. I was kind of dancing around doing some different things. And I only like to try and go to the laptop when I know exactly what I'm going to do, and then I'll come away. Because as soon as you sit there, it's like your phone, your computer, it's draining. It is draining your energy, and there are distractions. I love YouTube, so I just love following other people. So I can quickly skip of a heartbeat, flick onto YouTube and start watching videos, which it's okay. It's not fine. But in terms of productivity and just trying to get things done, I'm experimenting anyway with different ways to work. I think once you're programmed and got in the right state to work, I need to be in the right state. We've got statesetting.com, and that's all about that. So I'll G myself up and be like, right, what we're going to work on the idea third page, right? Get the cogs turning, get fired up, get the inspiration and move around a bit, get some breaths. And then and only then, when I feel ready and inspired, sit down. So it's kind of like you don't go sit down and go, what we're gonna do today, kind of flip it a bit. And just short bursts. I find then you can do a bit of housework and like yesterday, there's loads of housework to do, and I didn't really have to do it, but I wanted to get the house up to date. I don't know, I just feel like I've been in catch-up mode for the past 2-3 weeks, really, with all of the things going on. So again, state setting, I G'd myself up. I got the energy going and just started getting my mind into it, started doing some of the jobs, starting a few of the jobs. I had 5 or 6 jobs all started, and then a symphony of completion of jobs, of skipping and dancing between them was great. Had the tunes on and just loved it because I got myself in the state to do it. It wasn't there's no point doing something if you're like, I don't want to do this. Either don't do it, get somebody else to do it, or change your state before you do it. I'm going to cut the bush.